Welcome back, everybody, to game number 2, where Orange Esports is facing off against Tongfu. We are in Group B right now, and Tongfu just possibly secured themselves the right to advance. They took a game off of Orange, which this is their last match. They desperately needed to do it, and frankly, it's a team that nobody would have expected to take a game off of Orange, at least not the way they were playing so far. Impressive play by them, and we saw again the power of the Night Stalker Bounty Hunter combo. I would say pioneered by IG, just because they really showed everyone not just how strong those heroes can be, but how well the combo works together and how impossible it can be to deal with when it's executed correctly. I'm LD of dotacommentaries.com, of Beyond the Summit, and I'm joined here today by none other than PyrionFlax.
Is that really my nickname now?
Well, everyone's got, like, see, I'm David LD Gorman. I don't know your real name, so I'm just calling you that.
No, that's true, yeah.
If you ever
I don't want to be PyrionFlax. My real name isn't PyrionFlax. PyrionFlax can be my nickname.
But you gotta have something in the middle, you know? It's like first name.
I'll work on that.
Yeah, work on it, buddy. Alright, so, take a quick look at the standings. Again, Orange now sitting at 3-2, Tongfu at 3-4. If Orange go on to lose this series, well, they all but guarantee that DK is going to advance, because I really doubt DK is losing 0-2 in their next match, which will be, believe DK's final match it's against Flash. And a quick note on the schedule tomorrow. It's good. The schedule is a little bit different tomorrow. We're starting at 2 p.m. Singapore time, and the first match is going to be Orange versus N9, that match that was originally postponed. The only postponement for the group stage. That'll be at 2 p.m., followed up by DK versus Flash. Whenever that first series ends, DK versus Flash should start pretty much right after it. And then at 8 p.m. SGT, we have IG versus EG. So that's the schedule for tomorrow. I know a lot of people have been wondering, when is that rescheduled match going to be played? Group B still in contention, a couple of teams fighting either to stay alive or to secure first place. So anyway, Pyrion, we're well underway with this draft. A couple of heroes that we saw last game, Bounty Hunter and Queen of Pain. This time, though, they're on the side of Orange Esports.
And a couple of heroes last time that I think we talked about, but didn't get picked. Chaos Knight being one of them, and of course Rubik, who is always makes a game entertaining. Batrider banned as well. Yeah,
some interesting bans of picks so far this game. It seems like the same heroes. I think the big surprise is that Rubik slips through in the draft.
Yeah,
he's normally
I mean, Naga Siren, everybody always bans Naga Siren. That's what you do. And Darkseer always seems to get banned. He's the one hero that I think I'm winning with Darkseer. Like, that's how broken that hero is. So I can understand him getting banned too. Templar Assassin is horrendous, and I guess we saw sort of an effective Batrider in that last game. It could have been worse, but it didn't go great for Batrider, but a decent. Oh, and Shadow Shaman, here you go.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you don't normally see him slipping through, but he does here. Shadow Shaman, like you mentioned, picked up by Tongfu. So, the two supports that the Chinese teams really love to get their hands on at the International, both reunited for Tongfu, Rubik and Shadow Shaman, and it's a Yamateh Shadow Feed. All right, okay, I could get behind this pick. So they get their hands on the Shadow Feed.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you caught the last time that he played this hero. It was against an Invoker 1v1 mid. Normally a matchup that can be, it's not necessarily the hardest matchup for Shadow Fiend, but it's not an easy matchup by any means. And Yamateh just thrashed his opponent into submission there. Wow.
I mean, I noticed that he was one of the bans in the previous matchup, and indeed Tidehunter banned this time. It's gonna be interesting to see who Tongfu picks. I mean, so far this is an entirely different lineup for them, and Orange seem to have picked two of the 5 heroes that they faced last time. So are they going to ban Night Dude here or what?
I'm not sure that Orange can't really fit him into their lineup. They've already got their 2 big farmers in the Queen of Pain and the Shadow Fiend. They have their offlane here in the Bounty Hunter.
No, I mean, sorry, are Orange going to ban Night Dude?
Oh yeah, I think that's a hero you don't want to deal with. You don't want to
face him again. You've already seen that he can be very effective, so yeah.
Well, it's also a great lineup to have a Night Stalker against. Queen of Pain, Shadow Fiend, even Bounty Hunter, they're all pretty squishy and easy kills, so it wouldn't be a smart choice to give them away, and also because Tongfu have shown they know how to run it. So, especially if you combo Chaos Knight with a hero like Night Stalker, having these 2 tanky frontline chain stunners, it makes life pretty much a nightmare. And well, we'll see if they give it up. For the moment, they ban out the Dragon Knight, now the Prophet. This could... I wonder if they're going to give it away. Maybe they're not worried about it. I think it would be... There isn't the Bounty Hunter combo with it. It's not as strong.
They could ban him now, of course. They've still got a 5th ban, but Enigma, Sand King, and Tidehunter, so they're banning the 3 big sort of team fight dudes. I don't know. I wonder who could Orange pick now as like a big team fight initiator, dude? You got no Naga, you got no Sand King, you got no Enigma, got no Tide. What are you gonna do?
Well, you're not.
There's a nice talk, man. There you go.
Yeah, smart. The other thing is that what Tongfu could look to do right now is just run a pair of really strong dual lanes. Run something dual lane mid. That's going to shut down the Queen of Pain or the Shadow Fiend. You've already got Chaos Knight, so you can pick something like Lina to combo with him.
Okay.
You could run Rubik as a farmer. Or, excuse me, what am I talking about? Well, I wonder if they're even going to try lane with these heroes. They have some pretty good initiation. I'm thinking Chaos Knight +1 mid. I guess it's a Beastmaster off lane. They got a lot of lockdown. And then the final question is, who's going to be that farmer in the safe lane? It could be the Rubik. And that wouldn't be a bad choice. He can give you a lot of burst damage, especially if you steal Queen of Pain Scream. The other option is to just run Shadow Shaman, Rubik as the supports. And then maybe... I guess that their lanes are a little bit up in the air right now, but looks like a Beastmaster Suicide lane, Chaos Knight +1 mid, and then Rubik +1 in the safe lane.
So you'd have why would you have 2 mid?
Because you just have a good killing lineup right now.
Okay.
You have some chains. You've got a lot of chain stun. You're up against the Shadow Fiend, who is generally harder to deal with 1v1, and they don't have anyone who's great against him 1v1. They could run a solo mid Rubik. That's the other possibility. And maybe a tri-lane Chaos Knight Shadow Shaman. Then they pick a Storm, which throws a bit of a wrench into things, but probably just a safe lane Storm +1, maybe the Shadow Shaman there, and then Rubik Chaos Knight mid, Beastmaster off lane. That sounds like the most likely choice. They do get some great mid-game initiation. So Tongfu say, okay, Orange, you couldn't use the Storm correctly. We're going to show you how to do it. Now, will that work? That's another question.
Yeah. And, I mean, I guess they also saw, like, Storm Spirit did... He can go up against... He could lane against Bounty Hunter, and that seemed to work well for Orange, right?
Yeah, it worked really well for them. And they're going to have a good lineup to kill Bounty Hunter. It's not just a 1v1 necessarily. If there's any kind of a Sentry Ward there, they have lockdown, whether it's Rubik, whether it's Shadow Shaman with the Shackles, with the Telekinesis, and they can kill him quite easily. What to do if you're Orange? You talked about it. They don't really have team fight right now. The only hero that comes to mind right away is Panda, but they don't really have the room to get him much farm. Honestly, they're in a bit of a pickle. They need a support. And it's... There you go. There's your team fight support. Jakiro.
The Iceman.
Somehow he slips through. I just can't imagine... You know, you look at this pick now and you're like, man, how did Tongfu let them get their hands on a last pick Jakiro?
Right.
But hey, it not only slipped past the casters, it slipped past the teams as well. Really the perfect pick. They wanted team fight, they wanted a support, filling both roles very nicely.
Yeah, God, and he does them both so well.
Damn well at that. Ice on the Bounty Hunter. We've seen him be very effective with this here previously against DK. Ice playing the Jakiro, Observer Wards and Sentries picked up. Mushi on the Queen of Pain, not rushing a bottle. Yamateh probably... I'm not sure if he's going solo mid. But we'll see in a second. Xtinct on his signature Chen. Xtinct, for me, probably the best jungler in Southeast Asia. And I'm curious to see how he does with the new Chen, because the old Chen, he was just disgusting with him.
How did they change Chen? I missed that in the patch notes, I think.
The way his Test of Faith works now is... Or, excuse me, his Holy Persuasion works, is there's a separate... Or no, it is Test of Faith. God, I always get them mixed up. Ice Frog has changed the way that Chen has worked, like which ability does what, so many times. But... The way he works currently is their Test of Faith has 2 abilities. One of them does damage, and one of them sends your allies back to base. So the big issue here is that they cost a lot of mana to use both of them. 175 for Test of Faith, 200 for the nuke, and then a 200 to send an ally back to base. Plus Holy Persuasion costs you 100. So in a team fight, if you add up all of Chen's abilities, it's like almost 800, 900 mana to use all of them.
Wow.
And it gets really costly. His jungling's still the same, though, as Holy Persuasion hasn't changed at all.
Right, right.
But you used to be able to use Holy Persuasion to send allies back to base. It was cheaper. It also had a much bigger AoE. Still does. The new Test of Faith, I believe the AoE is quite a bit smaller. I think it's 500 or 600 now.
Okay.
So you could kind of like send an ally back from long range, and you can't do that anymore.
Chen is a dude I like to watch. I could never ever play him in a million billion years, but I do like to see him played well. Because the superpowers of the creeps in the jungle amaze me. I loved seeing the big eagle waving his arms around, causing a tornado. It looks so cool.
I can tell you iceiceice has been watching YYF's Bounty Hunter. Because he's gone to the exact same spot in the jungle. Now he's going to try and fight this small camp. Maybe even set up a first blood mid. They pulled Yamateh onto the low ground. That was a really nice telekinesis. But at level 1, just don't quite have enough burst damage to get that kill. So we have currently 6 heroes at mid. Pretty much within the same 1,000 unit circle or so. Or radius circle or so. You'll notice iceiceice is kind of contesting the safe camp. But there's nothing going on there.
What was he doing then? I mean, explain that to me.
Well, what generally happens with Beastmaster is you pull this small camp, but into the middle lane. You kill off the trees here, and then you can pull the camp. Unfortunately, iceiceice has prevented them from doing that. And longdd, instead of stacking the Ancients, which is what you normally see Beastmasters in the Suicide Lane do, he's stacking this big camp, and I'm guessing he'll be the one to farm it later. It could be the Storm, though. Storm's a pretty good hero to farm those jungle camps. But either way, just doing something a little bit unconventional, trying to throw them off balance. Now you'll notice iceiceice, he doesn't pull the wave with the first creep wave. This is something we saw earlier today. If you try and pull that first wave, the supports can catch you, they can kill you. But he waits until he sees Veronica pulling the safe lane, then he pulls the creep wave.
He's pulling these creeps miles. Look at this.
And he makes sure to keep the aggro, so now he's going to get a lot of free experience, a lot of free gold. Oh, he doesn't do it quite right, though. Veronica actually is going to pull 2 of them back.
Gave up 2 creeps.
Yeah, he still gets half, though. Not too shabby. It's not quite as polished as what YYF has done, but this is not easy to pull off. The key thing, though, is he does the timing correctly, so he's not going to get ganked by the supports.
So who have they got bot here? They've got Shadow Shaman supporting Storm Spirit, okay. And then BH on his own. I always think, like, if you're a bounty hunter, I love to be solo in the tough lane, because you get level 6 nice and early, you can start getting that track gold and helping your team out, and he's so hard to catch, you know, unless they go for those early wards, and even if they do, you can just sort of chill by your tower, you can even steal some last hits with Shuriken Toss if you're feeling really cheap, and I do. And he's just great. And
if iceiceice is feeling, if he's been really attentive, he'll see that right now, Veronica has 1 sentry ward, which means he's already placed 1. So it's it should be obvious there's a lane ward, and I expect he's not really going to leave the tower for the next couple of minutes. Mushi drops low mid. Beastmaster backstab for the gag, for the first blood. And unfortunately, there just wasn't any backup mid. I think Ice started there, but he rotated away. And Tongfu capitalized. Tongfu have been on their A game so far today. This is they look a lot different from the team we've seen earlier in this event. Really looks like they've been practicing a lot and just playing well together. Iceiceice trying to steal some jungle farm. Now he's going to pull the creep wave again, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yep, he's going to grab the aggro. Doesn't go all the way into the lane, doesn't need to. It's these little touches that have been impressive.
I've never done this, obviously, but that's so cool. You know, just pulling the creeps around, messing with the plan to give Storm Spirit some easy farm. But then again, because it's the solo lane BH, Storm Spirit can still pick up this farm, no? I mean, it would be more effective if there was someone in lane to harass him.
Oh, middle lane. Again onto Mushi. 3-second stun. Luck with the stuns. Will it be enough? Pulled back in by the Reality Rift. Needs 2 more auto attacks, maybe 3, and Hal forced to run away. Dropping low to the tower. Mushi lives. Mushi is having a tough time. When the Chaos Knight is getting a 3-second stun at level 3, and 2-second stuns at level 2, that's trouble because, well, he's rolling the dice and he's coming up with aces every time. But as far as this Suicide Lane play goes, it's not really about shutting down the Storm, it's more about getting something for yourself, because Storm's going to farm anyway with the Shadow Shaman support. You can't stop that. What you can do is try and eke out an existence here, instead of walking away with nothing.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
Beastmaster has already ganked middle twice, and it looks like he wants to go a 3rd time. He's actually gone for level 2 Call the Wild, has access to the Hawk, as well as the Boar already. Just more of a ganking style build, something we haven't really seen Beastmaster played recently. He was popular for a while, especially in the North American, the European scene, but just not as much in recent days.
He's boring. I can't stand Beastmaster.
You got 3 dudes to move around.
He's a boring dude.
See, you don't like having 3 dudes. I've seen you play Meepo before.
Well, I don't like having 2 dudes to move around.
Do you like Chaos Knight, though? He's got multiple dudes, but they're kind of easy to use.
Yeah, you just select them all and right-click.
See, that you can get behind. So, I just want to point out, yamateh is 27 and 21. There's 8 creeps that spawn. Actually, he's not farming that well. Am I doing my math wrong here? Yeah, he's actually missing about 2 creeps a wave right now, which... Honestly, you'd expect Yamateh not to miss any. No, he's even missing more than that.
Wow.
Yeah, normally Yamateh is flawless, but a lot of pulls in this top lane. Or there were previously from the Twin Head Dragon.
Nice Ice Path mid. Chaos Knight in big trouble.
Hasted Chaos Knight. Should have been. It was a nice Ice Path. It just...
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's hasted. I want to point out a big difference between what we saw last game and this game, which is Mu is already level 6 and he's got a TP scroll, so ready immediately to counter gank.
Oh, and they killed his bird. Haha.
Where did the bird die? I missed it.
Right by the rune there, just died. It's just like in the ending of Kez, if you've seen the movie Kez.
All the birds die.
Well, no, the kid's big brother kills his kestrel. It's a pretty devastating movie, actually. See, now, Bounty Hunter didn't have Shuriken Toss then. If he'd had Shuriken Toss, I think he might have been able to finish off the Chaos Knight. But they're going to take down Rubik.
Yeah, giving the kill to Mushi, just really want him to get some golden experience. Now, Hao is going to pop in, and the TP for Mu will catch one. Maybe he could look to go on Mushi. He's got the pull. Will Hao be able to jump on this? No. They only get the 1 kill. Score now 2-1. Still a pretty even game. longdd has journeyed up to top. He's now getting some experience. And Veronica likewise. So both of these heroes that didn't get much earlier starting to catch up. Rubik's already level 5 in a dual lane, and it's largely because they got those kills earlier. Tongfu, the one concern is Yamateh, who's been getting complete free farm on Shadow Fiend. Up to 41 and 33 already.
Yeah, jeez, that's insane. That's absolutely insane. The guy's just not missing.
Now he's not. You know, it is hard to play. It is hard to last hit a Shadow Fiend early on.
Really?
Yeah, his base damage is incredibly low, even for a player as good as Yamateh. You will miss creeps occasionally. And it's why we see a lot of Shadow Fiend players, they'll buy a Wraith Band and then their teammates will give them regen. Just to give you that extra 9 damage to work with.
Because, I mean, he's got, with the Necro Mastery, he's doing like 100 and, what is it, 116 base damage?
Oh, now it's like taking candy from a baby, but when you start, it's a lot harder.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Whatever woes he may have had in the first couple of minutes, which really weren't woes, it's just he wasn't perfect, which from Yamateh you kind of expect perfection.
Beastmaster's getting attacked by some beasts!
That's the Xtinct jungle play. This guy is one of the best Chen players in the world, and shows it there, picks up the kill.
2 bashers. Those dudes are terrifying at the best of times. 2 Centaur Khans.
And he got surrounded too. Bottom lane, Mushi in a little bit of trouble. Mu pulling him in, and the shackle. The 2 stuns being chained up. Mushi not blinking away. He'll go down. Iceiceice in trouble. Iceiceice probably going to drop to this. One more zip. The dust gets popped.
Nice dust.
A drive-by dust from Mu and picks up the kill. 4 and 3 now.
That was beautiful.
That was funny. He popped the dust while he was zipping around.
Incredible.
That's almost like he's a pervert or something. He's
How?
I don't know. He's like peeking in your windows or something.
Oh, Jakiro could be... Well, no, I think he's okay. Oh, no. Oh, he could be in big trouble.
Oh,
he was dewarden in the river.
He's dead. That is a dead Jakiro. Maybe not. He's so damn tanky. Ice Path, he's got to hit both. No, he's just going to go for the dual breath. And now the Ice Path, but it's too late. And Sang Chain hits level 6 off of that. Tongfu finding a lot of kills. The one hero they haven't dealt with is Yamateh, but everyone else being shut down. Mushi's Queen of Pain not having a good time. Iceiceice has not had a good time. Xtinct is doing well, though. Xtinct, he's not a carry, but he is a Chen. He's level 7. He's got 3 creeps, and he's on the prowl. He wants to try and set up a kill.
You betcha. Look at these. The friends of Chen. Chen's friends.
Chen's friends. It sounds like a Barney.
I've actually written a Chen's friends theme song.
Care to share it?
Sing it here.
Care to share it with us?
No. It's a work in progress.
Oh, Pyrion, you can't tease us like that. You got to give us a taste. Just a taste.
You'll have to watch the announcer pack then.
Mu to drop mid lane again. The amazing chain stun from Xtinct, who I believe hit 2 stomps there.
Big fight bottom here too.
Yeah, longdd dropping low. The track onto 2 heroes. They want to kill Veronica first, then go back for the Beastmaster. The question is, will they live to regret it? Long range actions thrown in. Veronica almost getting the kill. Not quite enough on Twin-Headed Dragon. Now Mushi rotates in. Long zip from Mu. Oh my goodness, he wants that kill. And boy, he might pay for it. Maybe not though. In comes Mushi, blinking forward. Scream onto 1 now. Thinking about Mu. Mu a little bit low in mana. In comes Iceiceice. Is there mana for a track? There's not, but there's a wand charge. He'll be close. One more spell for Mu, and he'll have enough to use it. Mushi, you can tell he wants to find this kill. Not quite ready to leave that lane. while this was happening, I think there may have been a kill top? No, guess not. Now there's a kill mid.
Rubik taken out by Chen mid there.
Xtinct finding another solo kill. I'll tell you, man. This guy, just amazing Chen play. I'm going to go back and watch the replay for this as soon as I go. Oh, God. Moo jumps in on the bounty hunter. Kills off iceiceice. Moo is just having a fantastic start to this game. It's 3-1-2 already. Chaos Bolt on Mushi, who just dodges it with the blink. He was hasted anyway, but that doesn't necessarily matter when there's a Hex and there's Shackles. Veronica gets caught.
Oh my goodness, Veronica just melted!
Oh, well. And Hal actually pulls in the Centaur. I'm not sure he really wanted to do that.
No.
That's Test of Faith, which, oh, by the way, does pure damage. That hit for close to max.
Yeah, that was sick.
You know, Chen can be a very fun burst damage nuker. If you want to be gimmicky, you can build something like a Dagon on him. Even max Penitence pretty early and just skip your creeps. It's not a good build, but it can be fun in pubs. You can see there the power of that 400 pure damage. longdd has his roar up. In comes the gank. Raise number 1 misses. Ice Path to follow. 4 seconds stun on yamateh has been free farming all game. Roar as well. He's so close to the BKB. Does explode. Almost kills the Beastmaster. Not quite. Now the chase on the ice and ice. Ice to the 4th power. In a little bit of a pickle. Moo zips in. Catches out 1. Now they want to go on iceiceice, but the chain stun from Xtinct. The incredible Test of Faith. Iceiceice is going to bottle up, or wand up rather. Still the storm lives. Moo escapes with his life. Just barely by the skin of his teeth. And the Rasta wards are going to end this aggression. God, that chain
the wards
stun.
are great. We saw a bot a minute ago. Storm Spirit hid behind the wards. I think they're fantastic too. They can really turn a fight. I mean, you know, I love them, but they do give a load of free money now to Bounty Hunter, which is not good.
Absolutely insane. He's getting every Test of Faith is almost a maximum damage Test of Faith. Just incredible to watch.
Oh,
so much back and forth, and right now we're sitting with Orange having a decent-sized lead at this point.
but it's 9-9 in kills. It's such a misleading score. Like, it almost shouldn't be the score 9-9 because that just doesn't tell anything like the story, does it?
No, the thing though is yamateh is really close to his BKB, and that's really going to help Orange out a lot in this game. It's up
What
to
did Rubik steal? Rubik stole Shadow Rays, okay.
Yeah, and you steal whichever one he used last. Not sure which one that was. You really want the long-range rays, but we'll see. Mushi smoked up. He's going to get revealed. Track onto Hal. Hal taking some big damage, but Moo comes in. Counter initiation. Oh, no. Moo eats the ult from the Queen of Pain, bringing him low. Sangshay doing some good burst damage. Did use the Shadow Rays as well. Down goes one. Mushi just going to town. yamateh looking for the third rays. No, not able to find it. Oh, there's the Ice Path. This will be another kill. Mushi with the double. yamateh getting very close to that BKB, and Orange get 4 kills. God, they needed the Beastmaster. He had a teleport scroll. Maybe it was just cooling down, but doesn't show up to that fight.
But now he's turning up. He's got a pig and he's got a bird. That'll turn things around for him.
He's got the whole zoo. The zoo strategy. Orange in the works right now. They've got a dragon. A twin-headed dragon at that. It's 2 for the price of 1, man.
This is a dumb question, but, well, like most of mine, but where did these skeletons come from? Oh, the dude can summon them. He's got a skeleton flipping army.
Yeah, they do a ton of damage, but they don't have much health. So if you ignore them, they can be very deceptively powerful.
Yeah. Well, he had about, I don't know how many. It looked like he had about 6, and apparently they hit for 24. That ain't no fun. Plus, you got the bash going on. What an army! Look at this army.
You know, what you can do if you really want to be gimmicky with Chen is you can get a Helm of the Dominator. And you can get 1 extra creep.
Could you get a Necro Book as well?
You can. So you can have all the stuff, basically.
That's so good. Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh, what's happening here? Little smoking me dope.
Yep, Tongfu smoked up, looking to rotate towards the bottom lane. The tower, there is a glyph about to cool down in 4 seconds, so Tongfu can defend this, or at least they're going to try to. Remember, there's a BKB on yamateh. The only answer for that is the roar, but it looks like with the smoke dispelled, iceiceice is here. He dispels the smoke. The net is kind of going to close, and Sangshay, the first one, caught out. Run to Mushi. Now yamateh can go to work. Nothing to deal with him. Moo trying to do what he can, which is to say run away. How? Hits by the raises. yamateh double kill. Have to roar yamateh. Unfortunately, they don't, and even if they did, I don't know if they can really win that fight. They needed the entire team there. Unfortunately, didn't have it. And now in the back lines, it's iceiceice finding a pick off on the Storm. Now chasing longdd, doesn't have mana. Wand actually drops his wand for some reason.
I think that must have been a misclick.
Yeah, a bit of a misclick there, but not going to work out. Still, they find the extra track kill at the end of on the back line of play, and
Nice.
seems like Orange have a little bit of a better idea as to what they want to do. Playing more of their signature heroes. Yamateh on the Shadow Fiend, Mushi on the Queen of Pain, and Xtinct on his Chen. It's a lineup they're used to playing. It's a lineup they're showing. They still know how to run it properly.
Chen's got his dudes hanging out at Roshan. Can Chen, I'm guessing he can basically solo Roshan with his little army, is that right?
Can't really solo it. You can if you have the right items and the right creeps, but what they can do is just tank while
Yeah.
Yamateh brings it down very quickly. And the whole army is here. There's the menagerie go. Taken down.
He's like a traveling zoo, like some old-fashioned traveling zoo.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny. Orange with this Aegis up on Yamateh. I assume it's Yamateh. Maybe it'll be Mushi. But either way, they're in pretty good position to just keep on pushing towers.
Are they gonna take it? Someone take it! There you go.
They decide to give it to Mushi in the end. So they figure Shadow Fiend's got his BKB. He's not gonna die. Or he shouldn't. Let's give it to Mushi so he can jump in, so he can be aggressive. Speaking of aggression, Twin-Headed Dragon really posting up on the move. Double damage gets bottled by Mushi. And Orange are going to play their style now, which is not to try and end the game right now, but to get the next level of items up. Get the Aghanims up, or the BKB on the Queen of Pain. Probably get your Yasha, your Manta style on the Shadow Fiend, and then in the next 3 or 4 minutes, then you look to push, then you look to get some towers.
Right. I mean, and they've got huge push with Chen here anyway, right?
Yeah, it'll be there later though, is the thing. They don't have to use it now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in no rush. I mean, let's be honest. If you look at the XP lead, they're over 10,000 XP up. Look at the gold lead. They're closing in on 10,000 gold up. I mean, they're huge at the moment.
It really got out of control after that last couple of fights, and they're up a lot in towers. They've had the Chen, who's really been helping them to sort of accelerate their golden experience lead. Just playing super well. Ice tracks out Mu. Mu is going for... Is this a Dagon build? He's going for a Dagon. Oh, I don't know about this. It's a nice idea, but Shadow Fiend, it can work. But Shadow Fiend's got a BKB, and that means you can't really deal with him. Queen of Pain's got an Aegis, and she's tanky. They probably want this to just burst down the Chen before he can use the mech, before he can use the Hand of God.
Beastmaster's got this gem now. I guess though they're going around a dewarding. That might help. They need to start looking for some picks. They need some fruity picks.
Fruity picks. Sounds like a very bad trail mix. Look how aggressive Yamateh is now. He's just gonna go farm at the enemy base. It looks. Or no, he'll wait for the next creep wave, and it's a good thing he does because Tongfu have 4 heroes in the base right now.
Look at Shadow Fiend walk. That is a strut. You tell me that's anything less than a strut.
He's Swagger Fiend. There's actually
He's strutting.
There's actually a YouTube video about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know that really annoying song, Moves Like Jagger or whatever?
Oh yeah, I know, yeah, I've seen that actually.
It's Shadow Fiend. It's Shadow Fiend strutting around set to that song.
Boy, he hits hard right now. Really hard.
I guess this could be a Force Staff, but Storm, generally not an item you would go for on him, especially not the new Force Staff. He's got money for a Dagon. He may just sit on the Staff of Wizardry. He could almost have a BKB now, so it feels like a pretty big waste in that sense, and he's just gonna melt!
Boom, 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 boom! Where's he going? Unbelievable!
Wow, he really zipped for that one. Aegis was blown up in the meantime. Yamateh's caught. Sorry, not Yamateh, Mushi, I mean. Mushi is caught, and will be able to blink away into the trees. TP now from that.
Yo, that was a great escape. That was the great escape.
Barely. God, he did go for Force Staff. I think he wanted the Dagon, but with when the game turned on its head, it's just, oh, I can't get a Dagon now. It's not going to help us too much. So
is the Force Staff on him so you're even more mobile, right?
It's more to help keep the team alive. So if Yamateh sort of jumps in, channels his Requiem of Souls, you can Force Staff an ally away. You could Force Staff someone in so they can initiate, like the Beastmaster with his Roar, like the Chaos Knight with the Reality Rift Chaos Bolt. It's just kind of an odd item when Storm, because BKB would be so effective in this game. Yamateh gets chain stun in the shadow of the base, and will be sent back to the fountain by the Chen. Oh, what a play. Mushi jumping in, going to work on longdd. Mushi Lives through it. Has the Aegis up still. Ultimate Orb picked up for him. And now the Bounty Hunter charging in. I don't know if they can dive this, but they're going to try. What a time to... Really? Really ice.
Tactical pause.
Oh, boy. I'll tell you, Ice's internet has not been cooperating for him the past couple of days.
Oh, he's lagging. Now we just have to sit here and listen to the electric crackle of Shadow Shaman's shackle. Who's he got? I could actually cast if it paused like this every few seconds. He's got ice. Oh. All are healed.
Oh no, Veronica! Oh, the bounty hunter just dies. Barely gonna die in the end. That was close though. Almost lived for that.
Get up the steps, yeah.
Storm Spirit is still alive. He's back at the fountain. He could go for possibly zip in, but the problem is Xtinct has brought out. Look how farmed Xtinct is, by the way. Net worth second highest in the game. Almost as even higher than Mushi's Queen of Pain. You don't see this very often. Blink in from Sanctuary. Now the Requiem of Souls gets channeled. Yamateh. Oh man, and then gets nothing. That's the Force Staff. That's the Force Staff as well as the Zip helping him out. Yamateh now hoofing it out of there. Did complete the Manta style, and Tongfu trying to chase. They have this blink cooling down. Sanctuary's close to being in range. In fact, I think the Hawk has spotted something. They know Ice is here. Ice stops to do some dewarding, and this should be his death. Pulled back in by the Chaos Knight. Meanwhile, Xtinct driving back Sanctuary. Ice will drop. Ice will drop. I swear he'll drop. He finally dropped. Mushi is in this.
We're playing telekinesis here.
Oh, they have detection for this. And dead.
They're going to get iceiceice as well.
What a turnaround for Tongfu. Just getting all these pickoffs.
Seriously.
And Yamateh just gets all the way out of there. He doesn't even think about turning around.
This Chaos Knight seems to know roughly where iceiceice is going. I think they were just pushing the lane out. Okay.
Back to that bottom lane to farm.
That fight went really, really badly for Orange very quickly.
It's still a massive lead for them, but like you said, it's a huge fight to give away. They also use Yamateh's BKB charges, and they're starting to get lower. And remember, there is a roar. There's a lot of burst damage, a lot of chain stun for Tongfu. It's not guaranteed that Shadow Fiend can just go to work in these team fights. He'll TP in, drops the BKB. Iceiceice was the initiator. Veronica first in line. Yamateh throws the raise, but it doesn't matter. The auto attack does the work. Shuriken Toss just spamming all those nukes so they'll cool down faster, trying to do everything he can to catch out Mu. Even a Janata onto him. Now the tracks. Iceiceice zones everyone back. Gets tracks up on multiple heroes. They get the kill on Shadow Shaman. Unfortunately, he's only level 8, so he'll be up by the time they arrive at the base. But Orange have the hand of God up. They have the BKB in 40 seconds. So actually down for quite a bit right now, as he did just use it. And now, Sanctuary Steel Shadow Walk really wants to get tracked, but hey, he'll take it.
That whole fight turned on the fact that the Requiem of Souls basically whiffed, right? It hit absolutely nobody. I think if that had hit, then that would have been GG right there, probably, no?
Yeah, also Orange just chasing a little bit too far. With their lineup, you don't want to chase versus Tongfu unless you're guaranteed to win the fight. Because if you have to run, they have so many good counter-initiators, so many counter-gankers.
Yeah.
You're not getting away from them. So I think, like you said, really whiffing on the Requiem of Souls and then just also overextending a bit and getting split up. Yamateh running towards the bottom side of the map. The Twin-Headed Dragon stopping to D-Ward. And Tongfu just taking a risk, thinking, we'll chase, we'll see if we can catch someone, and it paid off.
Yep. And now that they're all ganging up mid. They're going to push the tower down. How many? They pushed one down? One down, so they need to take a tower or two.
They absolutely do.
Uh-oh.
Track
coming up from the river.
Track onto Mu. Tower dropping low. It's denied by Mushi. What a deny. Oh, sassy play from him. And
that was a sassy Malassie.
And I think Orange are like, okay, now we're mad. Now you poked us in the eye. We're gonna push mid again. Here they come, barreling down mid. 4 heroes grouped up.
Why not? Everybody's got everything up.
It's tough though. Tongfu, they're tough not to crack. They have not made this easy for Orange.
I've got to say, Rubik doesn't seem to have had the best time of it. He's only level 10. It's tough for him to... He hasn't really grabbed a good spell yet. I don't know, he's got 2 kills to his name, but I don't know. I kind of feel like Rubik should be Should be stealing something, but what does he? What would you steal? Like, I guess he stole Queen of Pain's Blink. I guess Ice Path would be a nice thing to get.
There's actually a lot of spells. Hand of God is fantastic. Track is
yeah.
probably the best spell to steal. Queen of Pain, Scream, or the ult at this point would be absolutely amazing. And Mushi didn't go for the Aghanim's in the end. He went back for the Ultimate Orb, so he's working towards a Scythe of Vice.
He's got Shadow Walk, so maybe he could sort of sneak up invisibly and steal a spell while they're not looking.
Or yeah, it's a possibility. He's a very slow hero, though. Even in Shadow Walk, it doesn't give you move speed but Track can make you move faster. Unfortunately, he doesn't have it. So he's this kind of clunky, slow, invisible hero. And do Orange actually have a gem at the moment? They do. It's still up on Xtinct. Never lost it. Orange just waiting for the next Roshan at this point. They're a little bit tentative after a couple of those fights not really going their way. Yamateh up to 3k gold. One more item for him, and he's gonna be pretty annoying.
They've given the gem to Xtinct. Is that his name?
Yeah, the Chen.
Yeah.
The Chen.
They've given him the gem. His army is just rolling around looking for invis dudes. And look, I guess, dewarding?
Yeah, of course only the hero gets that true sight, but it's just funny to watch this clump of stuff roaming around.
Oh, so his army doesn't get the true sight? So only he can't tell his dudes to attack?
No, they can attack, but only the hero can actually see things that are invisible.
Oh, well, yeah, that's okay.
Yeah. So, I'm curious at what point, aside from Roshan, which is respawning in about a minute, I wonder what else Orange feels they need. The BKB on iceiceice, that's a big item to get. The Scythe of Vice, not far off. So it looks like just this next level of items. They really want to have a little bit more in these team fights. Also level 16 on Yamateh and Mushi would be pretty big. If they want that, it's probably another 3 or 4 minutes away, though.
Yeah, I'm just looking here. Bounty Hunter is following Chaos Knight very, very, very closely. Looking to set up something. Yamateh's coming in here, too. Oh, instead he just... What was that? Cancelled a TP? Strange.
In comes Mushi.
He got a track on Chaos Knight. Yamateh came around. I thought they were going to go in on him, but instead Bounty Hunter started to TP out, cancelled it, and now they're running away. Strange. I think that went a bit wrong.
This is pretty bad for Tongfu. They have so many heroes top that it's just going to be an easy Roshan for Orange, and you can already see them pinning. I think Yamateh is going to TP down to the middle lane. Maybe not, but with 3 heroes top and having some vision of this as there was a track out earlier, iceiceice pretty much can see where the entire team is, which means free Roshan for Orange.
Continual bashes on poor old Roche as well.
Chain stun from the Chen.
Yeah.
Even against Roche, Xtinct is just going to be picture perfect with his chain stun. It's interesting how Tongfu are just forfeiting this Roshan.
Yeah.
They are.
Well, yeah. They must know.
It is hard to initiate into the team of Orange, but at the very least they should be pushing top and getting the tier 1, and they're not even really doing that. It's like they're afraid of a smoke gank, and well, they are kind of playing in the dark. They only have these 2 observer wards, which doesn't really give them that much vision.
I think they were just very determined to push this top tower down, which had so little health left. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little bit of tunnel vision then. They sort of focused in on that, and it's hard to say. Obviously, these guys are so good. It's hard to criticize anything they they do, especially when you're me. But it did kind of feel like they sort of ignored the whole Roshan thing. I don't know. Now they've all got to get the heck back because they got trouble coming.
It's fine to not try and contest the Roche. It is a difficult fight to take for Tongfu, but if you're not going to take it, you have to know they're there. So you should just be pushing top really aggressively.
Well, and that's what they were doing, so there you go. They did exactly the right thing.
Yeah, they're a little bit slow, but it's okay. They do get the tier 1. They push the creeps into the tier 2 top. And now Orange, thinking about middle, also thinking about bottom. Yamateh by himself has an Eagle Horn. Very close to a Butterfly. And he's going to get caught! Yamateh does get caught, does not have the Aegis. That's on the Queen of Pain right now. Yamateh being brought low. Yamateh to be brought down. Explodes. And that is big trouble. I think he has buyback, but really doesn't want to use it. Not going to join this fight. Everybody's on the run all of a sudden. Moo thinking about jumping in. Ice getting trapped by an army of stuff.
Stuff! The stuff!
Too much stuff. Too much stuff. And Rubik steals something again. What was it this time? He got tracked. Oh, that's big time by Saint Shane.
I guess if they can... Well, that was good. I mean, they defended that very well. They managed to get a pick off on Yamateh, right?
Yeah, it was a great fight for them. The nice news for Orange is they don't lose the Aegis to the Immortal. So, although it's bad that yamateh dies, and it's great that Tongfu get that kill, and it's also really good for them that they get track, they still have the Aegis, so they still have that extra life the next time they push. Honestly, I'm surprised yamateh was so far up. I think he should be the hero in first for this team. Unless he's just going to use his BKB right away, but that's also just Tongfu's lineup. They have great long-range initiation. They have Roar.
Yep.
They have the Storm. They have all these heroes who can jump in from very far away, so it can be tough to make sure you use your BKB at the right time.
Well, we saw it right there.
Moo has an ultimate orb. He's actually getting close to Sight the Vice. And this is an item that can really turn the game around for Tongfu.
It's getting to that stage in the game when it comes down to one massive team fight and then things start to get decided. How's it looking on the old XP and gold grass? Well, a tiny upturn, but they're still 12 grand up in terms of XP. And, well, another little upturn, maybe, but still, what, 13,000 up in gold? That's huge.
Yeah, and a lot of that probably does come down to track. Iceiceice has had a decent game, 4, 4, and 6, and at least a handful of those are track kills. And
yeah.
they're still holding on to all their tier 2 towers as well, so they have better map control, they have better tower gold. And this restricts Tongfu to the base. They're worried about a smoke gank. They don't have really any vision on the map right now.
It's tough. It's tough to get out, especially obviously they're going around dewarding like crazy with the gem on Chen, with Chen's gem. So what can you do? It's hard to get vision down.
Chen's gem.
Chen's gem.
Chen's gem. Rem. Is that the start of your Chen poem? Chen's gem.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No.
Well, iceiceice, BKB almost complete. He's in the top lane, getting close to it. Bit of a bait.
His Manta.
Oh, Mushi catches out Sangshade, who also has track, and he might go down. He lives! He lives and immediately tracks Mushi. Wow, did he tank beautifully? But no, not enough. Mushi jumps in. Unsuspecting was that Rubik, and now Bounty Hunter getting caught under the tower, so 1 for 1 it looks to be. Iceiceice will drop Mushi back into the fight, back into the fray, but caught out of position. Remember though, he's got the Aegis, looking like a better fight for Orange. yamateh pulled back in, still hasn't used the BKB, now it goes. There's the Requiem of Souls, bringing everyone low. Who can he kill though? Who can he actually bring down? How is alive? Veronica's alive. They only killed the damn Rubik, and even the Beastmaster escapes. Oh, Orange, they lose the Aegis. They do get the Rubik, but the Rubik's back, and Orange just unable to break into this base.
Yeah, popped pretty much everything there. Seemed to be going very well. Got the Requiem, took down like 3 dudes to a third health, but look at that. Good defense from Tongfu.
Really good defense, and I don't know what you do at this point if you're Orange. These fights aren't that bad for them. You kind of want to bring the Rubik down first. He's one of the more important heroes to kill and also one of the easier ones to kill.
This is definitely not what needs to happen for Tongfu, though. If Orange can surprise them around the side here, this could be ugly. Get a pick on Storm Spirit. He's a tough dude to catch, though. Oh, and there's the Eagles got vision.
Uh-oh.
They're smoked.
Uh-oh. 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 Where's that Roar? It's cooling down. Zip in for Moo to set this up. And Xtinct has to run. Was not able to send him back to base in time. Xtinct.
And stolen Ice Path there from Rubik as well.
Oh boy. He's getting all the good spells now. First he gets Track, now he gets Ice Path. And suddenly you got a hell of a team fight.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
They already have 1 billion and 1 single target stuns. I think they've got a Hex now in the Storm as well. So they've got double Hex.
Pincer movement coming in bot here. If they can get round the back of yamateh, cut him off maybe. Beastmaster running hard. They can get a pick here. That would be great for them.
And notice the Hawk just be microed beautifully by longdd to scout things out. Unfortunately, iceiceice will be the first one to reveal him, and now the track on the longdd Shrink and Toss as well. Long range Roar, Axis as well, but not enough burst damage.
To escape. It's such a great spot. I mean, Rubik now has just become a big factor, I think, with this Ice Path. He can set stuff up, and it's great for escaping. I love using it to help my team escape.
This is just an incredibly powerful defensive play from Tongfu. They're not getting picked off. They're catching Orange out of position. They've withstood the barrage from 2 Aegises, and although Orange still have a massive lead, you gotta wonder at what point do you just say, how do we win this game? How do we break through to the high ground?
Oh man, it's nothing worse. Like, you're looking for them basically to make a mistake at this point, and if they don't make one, what can they do? I mean, they got to pick. Like, yamateh got picked off in that last fight. Everything seemed to be going well. what can you do? I guess they're looking for the enemy to make a mistake, looking for Tongfu to maybe someone will get cocky and overextend a little bit. You can get a pick and then try to high ground. But yeah, very very hard. The only thing they've got is that someone's going to have to stay back and defend because the lanes are really really getting pushed in. They've got no tier 2s left, whereas they have all their tier 2s left. So in terms of map control, they're all over it. But look now, LD, now you've got lots of vision up from the Radiant side. They've got vision all over their side of the map. They're starting to take the initiative, I think.
Well, the supports are also getting some money, so now they can actually afford wards.
Finally.
These impoverished supports, they are very poor. And
it sucks.
And yamateh, although they haven't cracked the base yet, is getting insanely fat. He's about to complete a butterfly. Now, Hex does remove evasion, so if they get the Sight Device or the Voodoo off, the butterfly won't do too much for him. But if they don't, uh-oh. Oh no, Mushi even used his haste turn and gets caught. The initiation for Tongfu, again, just finding these pickoffs. Shang just so much chain stun. And Orange, it doesn't seem like they're able to get away with solo farming anymore. Yeah, Mushi desperately needs a BKB at this point, but just hasn't been able to farm one up.
I mean, look at this. Now Tongfu, for the first time in about 10 minutes, are chilling outside their base. I guess they're thinking of maybe pushing mid or something. Who knows? They're all, here they are, smoking up.
4 heroes smoked up. Storm, not. But they could bait him. Let's see if they even bother.
They did this last time. I think they went in and then got nice and close, and then Storm comes in and snags someone. That's what happened last time.
And look at Orange, just rather terrified, if I don't say so myself. Yamateh is not going to save for buyback. He completes the butterfly. So he's a beast and a half if they can't lock him down. Now, that's a big if, because they have... if I actually add up the stuns, I want to say it's around like 12 to 13 individual disables. You've got Telekinesis, you've got Ice Path, that's 2. Chaos Bolt is 3. You've got Roar, that's 4. Plus Storm with his Ice Vortex, or it's not his Ice Vortex, his Electric Vortex. And the Sight Device, that's another 2. So that brings you up to 6. Then the Shadow Shaman with the Hex and the Shackles, that brings you up to 8. And I think that covers everything, plus if Sanctuary steals anything else. So they have 8 spells to lock everything down in these fights. You'd think at least one of them would land on Yamateh, but we'll see. Orange smoke up. They're going to take the initiative, grouping towards the bottom lane, and Sanctuary forced to run away. But will run away. I guess that's the key thing to point out. He doesn't get caught.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to pop away there for 2 seconds.
This is real aggravating if you're Tongfu. Or if you're Orange, you just keep on trying to find these pickoffs. You just want Tongfu to make it easy to get in their base, but Orange is not finding any openings. So now they wait for their 3rd Roshan. Maybe the 3rd time's going to be the charm period.
Maybe. It's quite a wait though. I mean, that's what? How long is left on that? 1.5 minutes, something like that?
Yeah, it's coming up soon, and Tongfu, they sense this. They have a lot of defensive wards in their jungle. Now they really need to get some control over that pit, because Roshan's going to drop really quickly. Shadow Fiend with this much farm will kill it probably in about 20 to 30 seconds at most, and that's if they don't have a medallion, which I don't think they do. No, they don't appear to.
Rubik, of course, has lost that ice path now, so I think that would have been nice if they could have got that down there and then get in there, but I don't know, it's tough. Do they really want to fight there? I think they're trying to get Mu over to help them out. They're probably going to contest this.
They got to. I don't think you can give Aegis and Cheese. That should be just too much critical mass for Orange. And what else are you going to do? There's not really any tier 1s to farm at this point. This is a big Roshan. Look how fast it's dropping. I guess they are.
They killed the bird.
Well, looks like Tongfu didn't want to contest it anyway.
I think they sent the eagle over. I think they knew that it was coming, but I don't think they realized that it had actually started, because they sent over the eagle to get some vision, and he got taken out. So I think at this point they're just going to have to pull back and defend.
Round 3. Fight. Aegis and Cheese now. Oh, Mu can't afford to get caught here. He's in a little bit of a pickle. Will just barely escape in time. That's the one thing for Orange, is they lack the initiation, aside from the Hex of the Queen of Pain. That's it. They don't have all these stuns that Tongfu have to work with, and that's the primary reason why we've seen it just so hard to get inside the bases. Tongfu can lock everyone down. They can lock down your entire team forever. Wards get dropped immediately.
They're going up the steps.
And what did Rubik steal this time? Did he get his hands on track? He did! He stole it again! Oh, what a... Sang-Shane has just been doing such a good job of camping. Cursor poised over that bounty hunter. As soon as iceiceice uses track, he steals it and he throws it back out. The tracky has become the tracked. Or something.
Meanwhile, Mu pushing in that tower top. And now back.
Yamate's getting chain stun. Where's that Hex, though? They don't have it just yet. Queen of Pain ult hits on 2. Mu finally hexing, but he hexes Mushi. This gives Yamateh free range. It's going to work with the lifesteal, slapping everybody down. Those arms wailing like throwing some real fastballs here. Hal will drop as well, and it looks like 2 buybacks already from Tongfu, who are just not going to give this up without a fight. Sangshade steals Requiem of Souls. And this does hit extremely hard. You get all the souls that the Shadow Fiend has, but can he actually make it hit on anyone? He's not able to. Yamateh now being brought down. Remember, there is an Aegis of the Immortal here, and he's sent back to base. They get the melee Rex. They get out. Boy, do they have to work for these. Mu zips forward. Mu wants a kill. Onto iceiceice he goes. Hex onto ice, and then iceiceice with... Is that a Hex? What the hell?
That was good timing.
Oh, that was the...
He just broke off.
That was the Mushi Hex. I thought Bounty Hunter had one for a second there. No, he hasn't managed to farm one. But they all get away, and they get the racks. Finally, they do it. Oh, God. It's like running a marathon for Orange just to get 1 lane of racks.
Yeah, crazy.
And they only got the melee. They didn't even get the ranged.
It was down to like 100 health, I think.
And now it's Satanic for Yamateh. For me, the big mistake in that fight is they never hexed Yamateh, so he had evasion the whole time. They also didn't focus him. They started to focus on Yamateh, then they went back to Mushi. They were just really indecisive about who to kill first, and sure, he's got the Aegis of the Immortal, but if you don't focus him, he's gonna hit you incredibly hard. He's doing a lot more damage than Mushi right now. I just don't...
Yeah, huge damage. 300 base, I mean...
I don't think you can afford to ignore Yamateh. As important as this Queen of Pain is, the Shadow Fiend's just that much more important.
Satanic. God, that thing's sick.
Yeah, now this is an extra life, so with evasion and Satanic and so much damage, Yamateh's pretty much maxed out. The only thing he could do is buy Boots of Travel, and if he loses the Aegis, could buy something else to fill up that final slot. But that's another 10-15 minutes away, probably, and Orange don't want to wait that long. They're just going to go straight down bottom and try to end this game.
Yep. I think Yamateh's he's strutting up again. I think he needs to be. This happened last time when he got picked off.
Well, this time he's got the Aegis. Last time he didn't. So
yeah, of course.
If they go,
but you don't want to just give it up.
No, but the whole team's here. So if they jump on him, then they can counter initiate. And you'd rather Yamateh gets focused now because he's got the BKB. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yamateh gets rolled under the tower. Can they bring him down? Chain stun is pretty good so far. 4-second stun. Where are those hexes? Shadow Shaman not dropping his yet, just afraid to get it too close. Now Yamateh going to work the whole team. Everybody's BKB'd. Such chaos. No idea what the heck is going on. There's the Yamateh ult.
Oh my goodness.
Big Requiem of Souls. Mushi blinks forward. Still has the cheese. 2 heroes dead. Yamateh, again, really not being focused that well. They stun him, but then they don't burst him down. They lack a little bit of damage. And Yamateh now camping the Fountain. Maybe gonna throw away this Aegis of the Immortal. They do it. Actually, should be okay. He's got the lifesteal and just not enough burst for Tongfu. After the stuns, after the hexes, where is the follow-up? There is no follow-up. That was a bit of a rhetorical question.
Well, that's GG. Wow, that team fight there for a moment, everything seemed to stand still. It was just everybody wailing on each other. It was insane.
That was like each team, like the heroes had a glyph or something. Nobody was really taking damage.
It was crazy.
It was like 2 teams with Omni Knight, but
yeah.
Then Yamateh goes to work, and well, Orange make it a 1-1 series. They drop game 1. They really struggled to take this game 2. This was not an easy win for them, although they were quite far ahead at every point in the game. There were quite a few moments where they just couldn't crack the base, but Tongfu just didn't have the damage in the end of this game. Their only main source of damage would have been, oh wow, I just noticed Chaos Knight has 2 drums, so yeah, that is a sign that your Chaos Knight did not get as much farm as he would have liked to have. He was their main damage dealer in the late game and just never had the start he needed. Whereas
yeah,
Yamateh
kind of felt like he could have been more of a factor, but yeah, I didn't really see much from Chaos Knight in that game.
Unfortunate. Yamateh,
but he was their top killer, 764, but yeah.
It's not the kills that's the issue for him. It's just in a farming war like this, Shadow Fiend's generally going to win, and Yamateh's immortal. It just tanks the entire Fountain.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Oh man. Requiem of Souls gets channeled as the game ends. Celebrations from Orange, who with this win should, I think, officially secure the 2nd place seed in this group. Still have a shot, an outside shot at the 1 position, but that really comes down to DK losing a game. Not sure they're going to do it. That wraps up, that concludes today's G1 League action. I'm ld. I was joined here today by PyrionFlax. Pyrion, thank you for joining me, man. It was a pleasure.
It was a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. I love watching these games. I love casting these games with you. It's always fun, and you answer all my questions so well. Thank you.
I try, man. I try. For anyone who enjoyed Pyrion, whether it's his casting or just his humor videos, follow him, youtube.com/Ted himself, twitter.com/PyrionFlax. That'll wrap it up for today. If you missed any of today's action, the VOD should be up fairly soon. I'm going to make them all as soon as we take down the stream. You can get them on youtube.com/ldDOTA, and I think they now work in the channel as well. So you can get them either here on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on what you prefer. But they'll be up soon. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And that's going to wrap it up for today's coverage. So we'll see you tomorrow, and it's an earlier start tomorrow. It's 2 p.m. SGT, where it'll be Orange versus N9 to start the day. We have 3 games total. Following that will be DK versus Flash whenever that first series concludes. And to wrap it all up at 20 SGT, or 8 p.m. Over there in Asia, it's going to be... Oh, now it's escaping me. Damn it, I was doing so well up until that point. Let's see here. Let me double-check the schedule. Actually, I sent it to you. That's right.
Pyrion is a fumbling moron.
It's IG versus EG. That's our final match of the day. So 3 games tomorrow should be an exciting day, and by the time tomorrow's action is complete, we'll have all our seeds figured out. We'll know who's eliminated for sure from Group B, and it should be a very interesting day. I hope to see you all there. But for now, that's going to wrap it up. So this is LD and Pyrion signing off.
Bye bye.
Fumbling moron.
I love that. Pyrion as co-commentator is very bad and sad. God, I like that. But then someone says I'm the best caster ever. Who knows who to believe? Not that guy. Oh man, that was good. I mean, 1-1. You know, it was good. I hate it when it's just a whitewash. One team just stomps all over the other. That was great. But Tongfu at the end there, that was such good defending. Really tough nut to crack.
Imagine if they had a better start. Just how hard was it to push into that base?
Oh
that was
God,
really impressive.
Yeah, that was even with that huge lead, and even with Shadow Fiend just completely huge. It was really tough fights. Like you said, that one fight there for a minute was just like nobody taking any damage. All the spells going off. It was crazy. But yeah, good game.
It was absolute chaos on that fight.
Yeah, you were just like, too much happening. You couldn't call that. That's what you need the replays for.
Well, that was I gotta say, I think that was a pretty accurate assessment of what was going on.
Yeah, it's everything. It's everything.
Absolute chaos. It wasn't a very orderly fight. I think that's quite
I got monitor burn at one point.
I think monitor burn. Oh boy.
Well, all right, thanks, dude. I gotta go out now, but that was great fun.
Okay, yeah, hope to have you on again soon, and thanks for casting, Pyrion.
Thanks, dude. Take it easy.